I think trees are so important to actually help us to feel better if we've just gone through a bad period or a moment of stress or bad emotions or something that's really affected us negatively, because they actually create a connection with with the person. You actually feel like maybe the tree is just something that you can connect with. You know, many people actually call trees their friends. They make friends with a tree because they just feel happy around it and they associate it with positive emotions. And of course, there's lots of science to show that trees do massively have positive effects on your mental health. You know, they have been shown to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and make you feel more relaxed. They activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which actually reduces your heart rate down to a rest level and regulates your emotions so that you feel more relaxed and calm after any emotional stress. And these sounds, as you can hear, the beautiful sounds of the trees swaying in the wind and the branches and the leaves dropping, and my sight, I can see them all around me, the lovely green colours, and especially with the sunset you see the nice golden brown and the yellow light actually shining onto the leaves and the branches, and it just produces nice patterns and light appearances that benefit the mind, because you're seeing something that you consider to be pleasant. And you can also sometimes smell the trees. I know that conifer trees such as spruce, pine and cedar release aromatic compounds called phenosites, I think, and they are a natural defense mechanism of the tree to fight against predators that may try to eat the tree or hurt it. But they actually benefit us as well, because science has shown that those chemicals that it releases actually reduce our stress levels and induce a calmer state of mind for us. So there are lots of health benefits, but for me personally, I really just like to come and sit in the park, have no distractions, and just stop and listen to the trees, because especially with all the digitalness of the world and the fact that everything is associated with technology, and the very, very dystopian fact that all of the technology that's used, you know, on the internet, the social media, it's all engineered very, very specifically to keep you hooked and to keep you in a very bad cycle of addiction. And if you spend too much time on the screens, you feel so bad mentally. I feel terrible after I spend a day on the computer or on my phone, and I just think, where has all this time gone? What am I doing with my life that this is so bad? And then I go out into the trees and everything slows down. You don't have all the sudden constant stimulation that you get with social media or with watching videos. It's not so fast paced. You just feel the silence and the lovely sounds of the trees, and you just close your eyes and you listen to it, and all of those worries just drop away like ice melting, because you feel that that's actually such a sense of relief, that it's not such a constant flow of different things bombarding your brain and overstimulating you, and you're not having to keep up with politics or negative news and things. This is not natural for humans, and it has never been. And this engineering of social media to keep you addicted and in this feed, they call it a feed, like you give to farm animals, a feed of bad news and of terrible things, and it's not good for the brain. And nature has always helped people in their mental health, and I think physically and mentally the trees and the nature has an abundance of benefits for you you can't even imagine. So you just have to get off the screens, get away from work, get away from politics, and just get into nature and just absorb it all using all of your senses, and just appreciate that you have actually got these green spaces around you, and just forget about all your worries and just listen to the trees. And I think you'll find that you'll feel much better. Of course, it's not going to solve all of your problems. It's not going to solve your depression instantly. It's not going to solve all of your problems that you may have with people or with things that may have happened in your life. But just taking the positive step to just start to spend most of your time in nature and around the trees can help you immensely. And I think it's worth it for anyone who's going through problems to just try it before they start taking synthetic medication or spending a lot of money on therapy. You just have to try it, and I think you may be surprised with the results. Thank you.